Hey, good morning, friends. How are you, friends? Great to see you. Hope you're doing all right. Hello, hello. Hello, friends. How are you? Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing great today. Hello, hello. All right, good morning, everybody. We are Good morning, everybody. Hello. Just saying hi. Good morning. All right. Let's get going this morning. We are here just right by the People's University. We're down here by the library, and I'll show you here in a sec. But right behind me, there's the beautiful Fall River Library. If you've never been there, it is a beautiful little piece of the city. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing great. Hey, Donna, good morning. Sharon, good morning to you. Glad everybody's coming along. All right, it is the 22nd day of May here at 11:11. And apparently spring has decided to go backwards, and we're back into the late winter kind of feeling with a nor'easter out here in the storm. So I'm snuggled up here next to the building with the library behind me, with the blossoming green trees behind me here on North Main Street. And I wanted to bring us out here today just so we could, to remember something. To remember, I think, one of the most, what to me is always one of the most inspiring things to remember, which is that the Bible ends with Revelation. And the last chapters of Revelation is a description of what in the Bible is called the Holy City, New Jerusalem. This notion that what heaven looks like, we think often that heaven looks like, well, maybe it looks like the beauty of a green tree, or maybe it looks like the wonder of God's splendor in creation, all of these sorts of things. The reality is, what it really looks like is a city, that it actually an incredibly and beautifully ordained city, one with crystal and with beryl and with jasper and with all of these precious stones, with gold on the streets and beautiful symbols that hearken to us the most beautiful and wonderful things of human creation. Winston Churchill said that we shape our buildings and then our buildings shape us. That what we surround ourselves in terms of our community, what we surround ourselves with in terms of our aesthetic, actually come to shape us, and they change us, and they bring us to being. This morning I was at a meeting about our little downtown here, working on improving some beautification, like making it more beautiful. Now, you might ask, like, what does that have to do with the human soul? Why is your pastor out here? Shouldn't you be, praying or doing something like that? Lighting incense or some pastorally thing, reading a psalm, but actually, it is us building the holy city, and really, if you look at how the Bible structures it, and this is where I really want to land us today, we're actually not in the business of building the holy city at all, even though what God does give us design perimeters for it. It's so many cubits long, so many cubits high, the walls look like this. We have design parameters for what it looks like, but it is descending upon us. It is coming to us. And so what then becomes the job of us and the holy city? The job becomes not to sit with, not to make all these good things happen in the world, to drive our agendas onto people that we do not know, we have not met, and we don't even know if that's what they want, but by God, we're going to help them. But rather, it is for us to create a space, to create a landing pad, to create an environment, to create a platform for the work of the Holy Spirit and for the holy city to arrive amongst us. I want you to think about it like maybe setting a table, a beautiful table for a dinner party. You don't know what's going to happen in that dinner party. You don't know. You might know by invitation who's going to show up, but you don't know who's going to go there. What conversations are going to come up. What loud jokes will be told. What laughter will happen. You might not even know how good the food's going to be, or how wonderful the Chateau Neuf de Pep that you're gonna drink is gonna be. But what you know is that you've set this table, and I always think that before every great dinner party I've ever been to, there's this moment, right? Like, if you've been to one, there's this moment in which, like, everything is possible, and the guests start to come in, and you take their coats, and all these moments start to happen where the community gathers and heaven flows in, and you don't even know what happened, but it was a wonderful night. Well, friends, that's the image of the city. That's the image of the table that Jesus sets for us. That's the image of what we're in the process of building with and for and around each other, is this sense of building a place for the Holy Spirit to flow into, a place for God's grace to land, a foundation for the holy city, New Jerusalem, to descend and dwell with us. That is the invitation of what it looks like. And so here I am in the middle of a storm in downtown Fall River, up on North Main Street, with these beautiful little green trees coming out, with the gorgeous library behind me, and with all of the potentiality of what could be in this space. Now, I know if you've been on North Main Street, there's all kinds of things that could be in this space. Or nobody's suggesting there isn't. But also, there is a moment that we, in our presence and in our being and in our walking the street itself, get to help set the table, get to help build a place for the holy city, for the New Jerusalem to come and land. Because that's that image from the 22nd chapter. There is the holy city, New Jerusalem, in heaven, descending upon the earth, looking for a place to land. Where, friends, will the beautiful structures of heaven come and land in your life? Where will the beautiful designs, the gemstones, and the grace and the goodness that God has for you and wants to adorn your life with, where will the finials and the banisters and the high polished wood of beauty come and find a place in your world? The great mistake that we've always been told is we have to build all these things. It's quite different. We have to set the table for them. We have to make a space in which they can be received. We need to open our hands rather than clench them in fear, but open our hands to receive them. We need to build a solid foundation of a life and a being and a soul and a way that upon them can land the true, the good, and the beautiful things. But those things don't come from us. They come from the one who made us. And so I wanted to show you the library. I wanted to come out here in the storm. I wanted to come out here on this day this place that sometimes everybody looks at, oh, North Main Street. And I want to say that, friends, right now, right here, right in this moment, right in that library, back there with all that beautiful information, all that might open a mind and open a being, right on this street and right on this place, right on that meeting I just came out of, where there's a whole bunch of people trying to figure out how to make this place a little more beautiful, a little more hospitable, a little more of a place for heaven to come into this world. Well, we too have that same question about us. What platform will you build in your life? How will you maybe physically take care of your body today? That makes a little bit more able to receive God's love and God's grace. How will you care for your heart? And maybe you're hurting, maybe it's hurting, maybe it's aching, maybe you don't know what to do with it. But how will you care for it so that a little more of the Holy City can flow into, a little more grace might be accessible to it? How will you sharpen your mind? How will you open it? How will you keep away the dragons of despair that would gobble you up, and rather keep it in a place where you might pick for just one moment, a better feeling thought than you have right now. You see, friends, it really is about preparing a place for the Holy City to land. And that's our work, and that's our hope, and that's what God has in store for each one of us, is a place and a gift of all good gifts that will come to us. All beautiful jewels, all streets paved with gold. This is the promise of our life, not in a way that diminishes us or takes us away, but in a way that magnifies every good thing in you, that makes greater all of the things that you want and all the things that you're looking for, that makes them shine and glorious and open to all who would come and share them with you. Set your table, open your minds, enjoy the greenery of your day, and make a place and that wherever you stand might be a foundation of the Holy City, New Jerusalem, coming into your life. All right, friends, that's my hope for you today. Peace and grace to you all. We are worshiping on Sunday. It's going to be a great day on Memorial Day this weekend. I'm going to be at a few different Memorial Day activities this weekend as well, offering prayers and lifting up remembrances of our fallen. I hope you'll be a part of that and a part of our worship on Sunday. Peace and grace to you all, my friends, and we'll pick it up next week with another 11:11.